Yeah, what's happening, people? Okay, so I need to be negative because I feel like there's just too many people on YouTube these days trying to be all positive, trying to be all, progressive and forward thinking. So I'm like, I'm just gonna be negative. I want to be negative today. I want to be negative. I want to talk about things that I don't like, right? And I think I might have said some of this stuff before, maybe, probably, I don't know, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say it again, okay? Because I want to talk about things I don't like. So first of all, I don't like when you're driving and then somebody behind you starts beeping at you to try and get you to hurry up. No, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? If I'm driving slowly, there's a reason for me to be driving slowly, okay? There's a reason for me to drive slowly, and that reason is not going to be resolved by you beeping your horn. You know what I mean? It's I feel like there's way too many people out there that treat their car horn like it's some kind of magic wand or something. Like you start beeping your horn and things just disappear. No, it doesn't work that way. If I'm driving slowly, there's a reason for me to be driving slowly, okay? The car horn is supposed to be used for state and awareness. You know what I mean? For example, if somebody's reversing and maybe they get a little bit too close to you, you might want to beep your horn just to let them know that you're there. And even these days, you don't really need to do that so much because a lot of cars have sensors and cameras and stuff like that anyway. And another appropriate use for the car horn is if somebody's at the traffic lights and the traffic lights turn green and they haven't moved and it's been a little while they haven't moved, maybe give them a little beep. Not some prolonged beep, nothing like that, but just a little beep, a little beep. Just to let them know, hey, the lights are green, because we've all been there. We've all done that, just sitting at traffic lights. Just daydreaming, it happens. So things like that is fine. But if I'm driving and I need to slow down and you start beeping at me, it's no, dude, what are you doing? I'm slowing down for a reason. One time, there was actually a crash. A whole pile up of 2-3 cars or something like that that's crashed. So I'm slowing down to avoid crashing into that crash. And I've got somebody beeping behind me. Beep! It's dude, do you not see there's pile up? It's not going to go away from you beeping. Just calm yourself, man. Calm yourself. Number 2. The other thing I don't like. People who don't park properly in bays. Listen, anytime I go to a car park, right, and I see somebody who doesn't park properly, they've parked in 2-3 bays or something like that, just haven't parked properly, I never park next to that person. I don't care if one of your wheels is outside of the bay, I do not park next to that person. At this point, I can't trust you to not drive properly. If you get back before I do, I can't trust you to not drive properly and not crash into my car. I go park somewhere else. People who don't park properly are the worst. Okay, maybe not the worst, but they're close. And the thing is, that I've noticed, apart from okay, you got these big trucks that just can't fit in the bay anyway. That's fine. I ain't talking about those guys. But people who drive Mini Coopers or just some tiny car like that, how do you have such a small car and you still can't fit it in the bay? It makes no sense. It's always these people who drive these tiny cars that somehow manage to park across 3 or 4 different parking bays. Bro, what are you doing? It's not that hard to position the bays are big enough. The bays are plenty big enough. It's not that hard to fit your car in one bay, have all wheels in one bay. Instead, these guys got one wheel over there, the back's over there, and it's dude, come on, man, what are you doing? Number 3, and the last one I want to talk about today, and this one ain't got nothing to do with driving, so I'm gonna mix things up a little bit. But people who collect money at supermarkets, you go to the supermarket, and on the streets as well, but especially at the supermarkets, those people who collect money at the supermarkets, listen, I would much rather give my money to a homeless crackhead who said to me, listen, I just need money to buy crack. I'd rather give my money to that guy, because at least I know he's going to spend out some stupidness. You know what I mean? At least I know he's just told me he's being honest, he's going to spend out some stupidness, whatever. It is what it is. I'd rather give my money to a homeless crackhead. Not that I do. Don't give your money to homeless crackheads. Homeless people fine, but crackheads, no. Don't do that. But the point I'm making is that I would rather give my money to a homeless crackhead than these guys that collect money at the supermarkets. Because listen, I'm just trying to get milk. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get some bread. I'm just trying to do some grocery shopping or something. I'm just trying to get a few items. And you walking in, and you got these guys talking about, oh yeah, can I watch you from... listen, yeah, I'm just trying to go about my day, and it's like they're asking for like whatever, and it's like talking about some cause that they've been collecting for the last 20 years, and it's still a problem. It's like, clearly you're not doing anything, you know. Clearly the money you're collecting, because you guys, some of these guys, they've been collecting money for years. Like, clearly you're not doing anything. Either that or it's not working. You know what I mean? Whatever money, it's not working. It's not working. But they're like, oh yeah, let me talk to you. Yeah, you look like you got something. Like, oh gee. And it's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, listen, I'm just trying to get this. Oh yeah, I get you on the way out. I get you on the way out, yeah? So now I'm gonna like take my time in the shop. I just want 2-3 items. I'm gonna take my time. And then you're coming out and it's like, gee, now I'm gonna try and avoid eye contact. Maybe wait till somebody else starts talking to them and try and duck out real quick. Cause like now I've got to figure all that stuff out. It's like, dude, come on. I'm just trying to go about my day. Just trying to go about my day. Listen, I'd rather give my money to a homeless crackhead. Not that you should. I'm not saying that. I'm saying. One guy just today actually asked me for money. Now, to be fair, I don't know if this guy's a crackhead or not. He maybe, he might not be. I don't know. But he asked me for money. I was like, you know what? I don't know if he cashed me, but you know, I can maybe get you. I got, you know, card. I can maybe get you some chips or whatever at McDonald's. He's like, oh no, thank you. And the things when people do that, that's why I'm like, yeah, you're probably a crackhead, because this has happened before as well. I remember one time years ago, it was like a KFC or something, and this guy was just asking everybody for money. Asked me for money. I was like, no, sorry. He's like, I want to get some food. Can you get some money? I want to get some food. Asking everybody in the shop for money. And I was like, you know, I ain't got no money, but, you know, I bought some chips, right? And I handed it to him. And he's like, what's this for? He goes, you know, what's this for? I said to him, you know, you said you were hungry. So here's some chips. And he's like, oh. And he takes it kind of very like very kind of like cautiously. I was like, dude, you said you were hungry. You know what I mean? Here's some food. You said you were hungry. And then like he takes it like very kind of cautiously. And of course he still got asked the people for money. It's like, yeah, you're a crackhead. Like you're clearly a crackhead. Like that's what's going on. You're a crackhead. You know, anytime somebody asks you for money and you say, because they want to get food or whatever, especially if they say they want to get food, and then you say to them like, you know, I ain't got no money, but maybe I can get you something on the shop pull up my card or whatever. And they're like, oh no, just crackhead. It's a crackhead. Don't give your money to crackheads. But I would rather give my money to a crackhead than those guys in the supermarket. At least the crackheads are honest. Well, not those crackheads. Actually, those crackheads are liars. The ones that say they want food, but they really want crack. No, those are liars. I ain't talking about those crackheads. I'm talking about the other crackheads who just like, yeah, I just want to buy crack. Like, at least those guys are honest. But yeah, still want to give me money to them. Anyway, Medon.